and 2 to Spencer Wilcox. Now Rosenbrock has got this hitter exactly where he wants him. The stretch. And the 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled off his right foot. One with a changeup and got out in front. 3 pitches, 3 foul balls to Wilcox. He's got to walk that off. The university's been pretty solid here in the sport of baseball for a few years now. And they have now met the caliber of the Beet Diggers the last few years. Yeah, Wilcox still trying to walk that off. Yeah, that gets you somewhere on the instep or the top of the foot. Then it really smarts. And he's limping back towards the batter's box, which gives Rosenbrock that much more of an advantage. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 down here in the top of the first inning in Brush. Cox off of second. Baszler off of first. And the pitch. Swing! And a miss on a fastball down and in, well out of the strike zone. And there's 2 down. Here's the opposing pitcher for the left side, Jake Spence. Some of these Beet Diggers wearing those stirrups as well. The pitch. Fastball is on the outside corner just above the knees for a strike. It is 0-1. Now what a gorgeous day for baseball. The temperature is in the lower 70s. Sun is out. Few clouds in the sky. Rosenbrock with the 0-1. Swag and a miss on a fastball just above the letters. Throw back to second and the tag and safe is Cox. Tag applied by Matos Garcia. No balls and 2 strikes. Rosenbrock again has got a hitter at 0-2. Can he put away Jake Spence here in the first inning? Looking back, and the offering, and the changeup is outside. Ball 1, strike 2, with 2 on and 2 down in the top of the first inning. Peterson lays down the sign, and the pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball that just dropped into the bottom of the glove of Peterson. 2 strikeouts in the opening inning for Kyle Rosenbrock. No runs, 1 hit, a Beet Digger error, and 2 men left. Let's head to the bottom of the first. It's definitely a big Beet Digger game with Ryan Kauk here. No scores. The Beet Diggers will come to bat here in the bottom of the first inning on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Beet Digger starting lineup is brought to you by Cargill Beef, committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at Cargill.com. The left-hander Jake Spence will face the following Beet Digger lineup, very similar to yesterday. Batting first will be the first baseman B.J. Hirschfeld. Zane Pfau in right field at second. The catcher Alec Peterson bats third. The cleanup hitter is the pitcher Kyle Rosenbrock. Baby Matos Garcia will hit fifth. Nico Guzman, the center fielder, bats sixth. The DH Brandon Walter at seventh. Mikey Gutierrez at eighth. And the G-man Grayson Simmons will be hitting ninth. Let's set this team up defensively. DeAndres Gordon at first, Ryan Jones at second, Brevin Baszler is at third. The shortstop is Paul Medina. Around the outfield, Spencer Wilcox at left. Carson Cox is the center fielder. And right at Seth Hill. Behind the plate, let's see, we'll get to that, is Bo Hawley. And on the mound is Jake Spence, the left-hander. Now here's Hirschfeld stepping in. Wine in the pitch. And the fastball is a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes. To Hirschfeld. He had 3 hits yesterday, and he takes it for a strike. Took something off it as the ball was tailing away. 1 ball and 1 strike. To Hirschfeld. Lefty against righty. And the pitch. That tails on the outside corner. Lots of lateral movement. 1-2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He threw it right by him, let her high. And Spence strikes out B.J. Hirschfeld for the opening out here in the bottom of the first inning. And that'll bring up Fowl, who drew a bases-loaded walk yesterday. Fowl's been over that 400 mark for a good portion of the season. The pitch. And the inner half for a strike. Man, lots of movement on those side-arming fastballs and off-speed pitches. That's 4 consecutive strikes. Thrown here by the left-hander Spence. And the offering. The breaking ball is away. One ball and one strike. Foul ready, awaits the pitch. Here it is. That's outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 foul. There's the wind and the pitch. And right down the middle for a strike. Took that side-arming fastball. The count is at 2-2. B-Digger's got to be ready to hit. They only had 2 hits on Monday against Braden Pife. The pitch swung on and grounded weakly to second. Shones to his right has got it. Sidearms to first, and there's 2 down. And that'll send up the number 3 hitter, Alec Peterson. Brush's best hitter this year, hitting .455 going into yesterday's game. And in his second at bat, drilled a 3-run home over the left field fence. Yeah, runs are going to be hard to come by once again today. 2 very good pitchers. And Rosenbrock for Brush and Spence for University. Hawley lays down the sign, the pitch. Fastball is right there for a strike. Just above belt level, it's 0-1. To Petey. There's the wind and offering, and that is up and away. Now, when you're throwing from that sidearm angle or 3/4 angle, it's a different adjustment. It's an adjustment to pick that ball up, especially coming from a left-hander. And the 1-1. That's a fastball for a strike, tailing on the outside corner. The B-Diggers are not reading these pitches. They've taken a lot of strikes. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Petey. Rosenbrock registered a couple of strikeouts in the top of the first. And time is called by Peterson. He had something fly to his eyeball. The 1-2. Home of the $8.95 dinner menu during the week and the best prime rib on Friday and Saturdays. That's Atwood Steakhouse. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. One with the off speed there. Remains at 1-2. The Diggers and Platte Valley Broncos play here tomorrow at 4 o'clock on 1010 and KSIR.com. Spence ready with a long pause and the pitch all the way to the screen. On that ball tailing away. He's got movement on every pitch. And a lot of them almost like that screwball movement tailing away from the right-handed hitter. We'll see if he does the same thing with the left-handed hitters, Walter and Simmons, later on in this game. And the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and driven deep into left center field. That one's going to hit a gap. That one might go. That's gone! It's a solo home run for Alec Peterson. He homers for the second time in as many games. And the B-Diggers have drawn first blood in the bottom of the first inning. Brush 1, University nothing. And now the B-Diggers have scored more runs in this game against University than they did on Monday. Now is Kyle Rosenbrock, who's looking to work out of a slump, hitting .290 going into yesterday's game, and he was 0 for 4. And he's just waiting to explode and get his team going in the right direction. The left-hander Spence delivers. Down and away. One ball and no strikes. Rosenbrock awaits in the dirt. Looked like a changeup. And that levels the count, or makes the count 2-0 to Kyle Rosenbrock. Laying down the sign is Hawley. And the 2-0 pitch on the inside corner with a strike. With that changeup, it's 2-1. Kyle's been getting underneath a few pitches. If he can make that adjustment, he certainly has more than home run power. And the 2-1 outside. Not even close. 3-1 with baby Matos Garcia waiting to hit next. Rosenbrock awaits. And the pitch is swung on and driven deep into the left center field gap. And that ball is gone! A line drive home run by Rosenbrock on a 3-1 pitch. Back-to-back jacks in the bottom of the first inning. Brush 2, University nothing. He hit that one extremely hard considering it had very little elevation, but destroyed the baseball. And I think he's officially out of that mini slump. That was tagged by Kyle Rosenbrock. Petey's was more of a long fly ball home run. Rosenbrock's was just a line shot. And now Hawley will talk to his pitcher. Stunned there after giving up back-to-back home runs. That'll bring up baby Matos Garcia. Baby was the starting pitcher yesterday, threw fairly well until that fourth inning when he started to struggle with the walks. Wind and pitch, and that is in there for a strike at the knees. No balls and one strike. With 2 down, both home runs with 2 down, and that tails away, and the count levels at 1-1 to Matos Garcia. Here's the wind by the left-hander Spence, and the offering. Swung on and grounded over the mound. The shortstop behind the bag. Sets, throws on the run in time as Paul Medina makes the play. 2 runs on 2 hits. They were solo home runs by Alec Peterson and Kyle Rosenbrock. No errors, and the bases were left empty. Let's head to the top of the second inning. After this 1-minute break, the score, Brush 2, University nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beat Diggers hold a 2-0 lead as we head to the second inning in Brush over University. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, Bo Hawley, DeAndres Gordon, and Seth Hill against Kyle Rosenbrock, who struck out 2 in the opening frame. First Beat Digger run brought to you by MMI International, 842-5161. They outperformed their competitors when buying her mixer feeder truck purchase. Her feeder truck purchased the MMI design. Craftsmanship and service. Swung on, drilled to left field. Simmons is back, still going back, and that ball takes one hop off the bottom of the fence. Around first, and staying now at first as the ball gets loose in the infield is Bo Hawley. As Simmons did a nice job of getting that ball right back in. University's second hit. Here's DeAndres Gordon. Might have a courtesy runner here. For University, Cody Rush out at first base. He was the DH on Monday. Third left-handed hitter in this University lineup. Here he is in Gordon, the stretch and the offering. And he bounces it in, blocked by Peterson. 1 ball and no strikes. And the wind is kicking up quite a bit. Let's see how that affects the flight of the baseball. And the offering. Swung on line and caught by Baby. He throws to first. Double play. Rush is doubled up as DeAndres Gordon hits into that 6-3 line drive, twin killing. And there's 2 down. And sometimes you just got to get a little bit lucky. And Baby snagged that line drive and then threw a strike over to first. Here's the right-handed hitting Seth Hill. Rosenbrock will step off. He was out of the stretch and forgot that the bases were empty, and he wants to go to the windup where he feels he's more effective. Here's the wind by the right-hander and the pitch. Fastball is just a little bit inside, barely missed. Maybe a tad high. 1 ball and no strikes. I think Ryan thought that was a strike, but. And the 0-1. It's a strike. Now it's 1-1. That was a 1-0 pitch. To Seth Hill with 2 down and the bases empty in the top of the second inning. The Beat Diggers lead 2-0 on solo homers by Alec Peterson and Kyle Rosenbrock. And the 1-1. Fastball is up and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. If you get this hitter out, you face the number 9 hitter in the third to lead off the inning. Peterson setting up on the outside corner. 2-1 pitch. That's up and away. 3-1. The Rockies and Padres play the third game of their 4-game series. Opening pitch at 6:40 right here on 1010 after this Beat Digger game. 3-1. And the pitch right down the middle for a strike with a fastball. It's 3-2. Beat Digger's got a great performance, a complete game 3 hitter on Monday from Nico Guzman, unfortunately in a 1-0 setback. And the 3-2. Swing and a miss on a fastball at the letters. And that ends the top half of the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the bases were left empty. An inning and a half complete in Brush. It is Brush 2 and University nothing. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. We head to the bottom of the second inning in Brush. And the Beat Diggers lead the University Bulldogs 2-0. It'll be Nico Guzman, followed by Brandon Walter and Mikey Gutierrez. And hopefully the G-man, Grayson Simmons, that way you'd go righty-lefty against the southpaw, Jake Spence. Like we saw yesterday in Kersey, the temperature dropped early in the game and went back up later. Erratic weather this week. The pitch, and the fastball tails away. 1 ball and no strikes. And Spence delivers. Swung on, grounded up the middle. That's a base hit into center field for Nico. And the Beat Diggers have their 3rd hit of the game. And Guzman is now on base for Brandon Walter. Walter had his 13th RBI yesterday against Platte Valley and a base hit to right field. But now he's facing a lefty. Let's see the Beat Diggers play some small ball. Hard to run on this lefty Spence, the stretch. And the pitch. And that is a strike with a changeup. No balls and 1 strike, threw it up and away. Over the plate. Guzman with a conservative lead. Don't want to take any chances here with a 2-0 lead against the left-hander and run yourself out of an inning. And the offering. That is right there with a changeup down and away. Getting the outside portion of that corner. It is 0-2 on Walter. That eliminates any small ball here, at least from a bunting standpoint. Beat Diggers haven't done a ton of that this season. Long pause and the throw back to first, back in standing as Guzman. Actually, the ball went off his lower back. I don't know why Gordon couldn't catch that. It was pretty easy, a basic throw. No balls, 2 strikes in the bottom of the second inning. Brush leads University 2-0 on what is now a windy Wednesday in Brush. Spence looks back, looks in, looks back, delivers. And that curveball is down and in. I don't know if I call it a curve or a breaking ball or some sort of screwball. Count is at 1-2. 2-step lead for Nico. And the pitch down and away. Again, taking something off of that, it's 2-2. Yeah, Walter's a very good fastball hitter. You try to sneak one by him, he'll stroke that baby into right field. been more of a pull hitter this season. Throw back to first, and again off the glove of Gordon. He's got a hole in his glove or what? Those are good throws. And he's dropped the ball twice. Well, the first time it hit Guzman in the back. I'd worry a little bit if I'm a University infielder. Those are basic throws that he should be catching. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the stretch. And the runner goes. Swung on and driven foul off to the left. Gave that a ride. But it remains at 2-2. Walter with a late swing, just trying to protect and extend the at-bat, which he's done. Spence has already thrown 30 pitches and retired just 3 B-diggers. The stretch and the offering. Ooh, that ball hit him. It rode inside. He's not happy about that. I think it got him somewhere around the hands, but he's not in pain. Yeah, every ball that Spence delivers tails away from the righty and into the lefty. That's what happened there. That's why Brandon didn't read it initially. First and second for Mikey G, who had a couple of hits yesterday. Big situation for him. The stretch and the offering. And that tails away for a strike with a changeup on the outer half. Belt high, it's 0-1. The B-Diggers hold a 2-run lead in the bottom of the second inning on solo homers from Alec Peterson and Kyle Rosenbrock. And the 0-1 swung on, foul back. Put some heat behind that one. The count is at 0-2. Better quality, better service, better results. It's Better Electric, home of the Sterling Trailers, your Big Tex headquarters. No balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the sun. Big time. Not to intro a song. The stretch. And Mikey calls time at the last second. The one thing that Mikey Gutierrez is very good at is throwing off pitchers' timing. It's part of the brain game that you've got to win. 0-2. Down and away. The ball is off the glove of the catcher, Hawley, and the runners advance. It'll be a pass ball. Got to his glove on the fly, but didn't look it in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now he got several opportunities here to extend the lead. Mikey Gutierrez awaits. And the pitch. And the breaking ball is right there for a called strike 3, no doubt about it. On the outer half, just above the knees. And there's 1 down. A money pitch thrown by Spence, and there's 1 down. Simmons has 18 ribbies on the year, tied for the team lead with Gutierrez. He can break that right now, lefty against lefty, and the pitch, and he takes the breaking ball low. 1 ball and no strikes. Got to score now if you're Brush. You got the 2-run lead, but this University team can hit, no question about it. Didn't do much of it Monday, but neither did the B-Diggers. And the 1-0 swung on and fisted on the ground to third, and the play is going to be, there's a tag at third, and now they might have a double play. They're going to run Guzman back to third. There's the throw. Guzman headed towards the plate. The throw towards the plate, and the pitcher's going to apply the tag. And will that be a double play or just a single out? Yeah, apparently the tag was not applied by the third baseman, Basler, as Walter was running to third. But on the fielder's choice, Guzman gets caught in the rundown. And that's going to go 5-2 to 6-1. And the breaking ball is low. With 2 down now. Hirschfeld struck out his first time up. The pitch, and it tails away for a ball. Yeah, I thought that perhaps Walter was tagged out. He actually flung the glove. Basler did as Walter was going by, but instead, Guzman caught in the rundown. Fastball is high, 3-0. And the Bulldogs could regain some momentum here if they don't allow a run. It was second and third with nobody out. Now it's second and third with two down. 3-0 pitch. Right there for right down the middle with a sidearm fastball. 3-1 to Hirschfeld. Spence is working up a pitch count, already 41 through an inning and 2/3. And the 3-1. And the curveball is a strike on the outside corner. Just above knee level, it's 3-2. To the junior first baseman. Walter at third, Simmons at second. 3-2 pitch. Curveball is grounded off the first base bag into right field. Scoring is Walter. Simmons will stay at base. It hit the inside of the bag as Gordon was waiting for it and ricocheted into right field. It's an RBI, and the Bee-Diggers now lead 3-0. Talk about if it hits anywhere else, perhaps that's just a basic ground ball. Here's Foul. Foul grounded to second in the first inning. So the Bee-Diggers do get a run, looking for more. Swing and a miss. He was trying to hit that one to another county. No balls and one strike to the Bee-Digger right fielder. The pitch, it tails away and moves the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the Bee-Diggers a confident bunch despite the loss on Monday. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. No throw to second. Straight up steal there for Hirschfeld. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got to shorten up that swing on this at bat. The stretch and the pitch. Swung on line and caught by the third baseman Baszler. And that will end the inning. But the Bee-Diggers do score a run as they get a little bit of a gift base hit off the first base bag from B.J. Hirschfeld. They get 2 hits, no errors, and leave 2 on base. We head to the third and Brush. Brush 3, University nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Brush 3, University nothing. Let's head to the third and Brush. 9-1-2 for the Bulldogs. Beginning with a shortstop, Paul Medina. Rosenbrock has struck out 3 of the first 2 innings. Wind and pitch. Swung on and grounded short. Baby has got it. Nope. It took a high hop. That'll be a base hit. In the hole, took a very vicious high hop. Right above shoulder level. Tough to make that play. Second time in 3 innings that University has the leadoff man on base. That'll bring up Carson Cox. Now, he did reach in an air by Matos Garcia in the opening inning. Well, the Bee-Diggers got a break, and now University gets one. And the offering. Fastball is in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Look to the team at Aspen Rehabilitation inside Valley View Villa for your sports rehab, short-term or long-term care needs at 815 Fremont, 867-8261. 1-0, squaring to bunt, down and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Two and 0 to Cox. Got to throw a strike on this one. Looks like Cox is taking all the way, and he does. It's a changeup at the knees. It's 2-1. For Morgan Mustangs on B106 and B106.com lead their game 1-0 over Elizabeth. That's for the Colorado 7 league title. The pitch, swing, no swing, a fastball down the middle. Cox started to cock that bat and just kept it on his right shoulder. 2-2. Short lead at first for Medina. The stretch. And calling time is Cox. He needs to slow down Rosenbrock a bit. And normally an umpire will grant that once in an at-bat, but not twice. If he does it again, no way he'll give him time. And the 2-2 pitch. And that's a called strike three and a breaking ball right down the middle, belt high. Strikeout number 4 for Kyle Rosenbrock. There's one down. There's Ryan Shones, who lined to center in the opening frame. Austin Cosman has just homered for Fort Morgan. They lead Elizabeth 2-0 in the third. Here it's 3-0. Runner going, swung on, grounded to short. Matos Garcia to his right has got it. Sets, throws to first, and that is in time to retire Shones. Baby with a nice play because he was ranging over to cover, and then he stopped in his tracks and was able to field and make an excellent throw. Advancing to second is Medina. Here's Brevin Basler. He singled his first time up. The stretch. Rosenbrock comes home. Swung on and grounded to third. And Gutierrez has it. Throws to first, and that's a perfect throw. And that's it for University here in the third inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 2.5 are complete. It's Brush 3, University nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bead Diggers have scored in each of the first 2 innings. Home runs from Alec Peterson and Kyle Rosenbrock and an RBI single from B.J. Hirschfeld. All the runs were driven in with 2 outs. And they lead the Bulldogs 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. And here's Peterson, who had a long fly ball for a home run, his 3rd dinger of the year. Working his way easily towards an all-conference season, a first-team all-conference season. The southpaw, Jake Spence, looks in, gets a sign from the catcher, Hawley. Now steps off. And resets himself on the hill. And the pitch, swung on and fouled back, got the bottom of the baseball. On the changeup, it's 0-1. Peterson with that conventional open stance for the right side. Conventional for him, unconventional for others. And the offering, swing and a miss. Was late on that fastball. It's 0-2. I think Petey was waiting for a changeup. When he didn't get it, he swung because it was right down the middle. And the 0-2. Fastball is upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the senior catcher, Alec Peterson. A lot of Bead Digger fans watching this game, not only down the third baseline, but behind the left field fence. 1-2 pitch. And that is a called strike 3, a beautiful breaking ball. And Petey knew it, even though he took a little stare at the umpire. That's a strikeout for Jake Spence. He's already fanned 3 in this game. Rosenbrock, as we mentioned, has 4. And here is Rosenbrock. Stretch and pitch in the dirt with a changeup. 1 ball and no strikes. Now stepping off is Spence. There's the wind and the 1-0. And that is down and away with the off-speed pitch. Two 2-0. Spence ready. And the offering. Swung on. That ball is drilled into deep left field. Way back there. And goodbye! It's another home run! Over the 300-foot sign for Kyle Rosenbrock. The 3rd Bead Digger solo homer of the game. And Brush now leads 4-0 over University. Yeah, he's definitely out of the slump. No doubt about it. It was only a matter of time Here's baby Maltos Garcia. He grounded out his first time up. And these have not been fly ball home runs. He's just drilled the ball. I mean, tattooing the baseball. That's the beauty of baseball. From one day to the next, you can turn into a different hitter. And the pitch is a strike with a fastball in the inner half. It's 0-1. With one down and the bases empty in the third. And the offering. And the curveball is fouled straight back. No balls and 2 strikes. With Nico Guzman waiting to hit next. And the pitch down and away. 1-2 to Arnoldo Baby, or in Spanish, Bebito, or he might not be want to call that. We'll just say Baby, Maltos Garcia. And the 1-2. Swung on and driven in the air into center field. That's got some carry to it. Way back towards the track. And that one is up against the bottom of the fence on the second hop. Maltos Garcia around second. He's headed for third. And he's going to have a 1-out triple here in the third. Man, Cox kept going back and couldn't get to the baseball. Bead Diggers are threatening again. Here's Nico, who had a base hit his first time up. And the infield is playing halfway, now coming in a bit, with the University down by 4. Here's the wind by Spence, the pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball tailing down in the zone. And the 0-1 offering. Swung on, pop foul, and had a play on a ball that was actually tailing in on Nico. Count moves to no balls and 2 strikes. Nico took it right up the middle his first time up. Now the infield is playing back. Just a ground ball to the shortstop Medina, or Shones at second will score the run. And the curveball is way outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the Bead Diggers have 3 long balls in the game, 2 from Rosenbrock and 1 from Peterson. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch swung on, fouled off to the right towards the University dugout. Awaiting the pitches, Guzman. And here it is. Swung on and fouled to the screen. It remains at 1-2. And the offering up and away with a fastball. Two balls, 2 strikes. Jake Spence trying to retire this hitter, but Guzman is not having any of it right now. He's hanging in. And the offering. Curveball swung on, grounded into left field for a base hit beyond the diving Medina. Here comes Baby. He will score. Guzman is 2 for 2, and the Bead Diggers have 2 across in the frame, and now lead University 5-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And he was trying to sneak in the same pitch that he struck out Peterson with, and it did not work. Walter was hit by a pitch his first time up. And the offering. The changeup is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. I'd like to say that this game is in hand, but you still got to pitch and field. And perhaps hit more. Throw back to first, back in standing is Nico. 1 ball, no strikes to the left-handed hitting Brandon Walter. Spence, the southpaw, looks in. Long pause the pitch, and that's a strike with a changeup on the outer half. Count moves to 1-1. Speed Digger offense has shown up nicely today. Curveball is outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here in the bottom half of the third inning, with the Speed Diggers holding a 5-0 lead. Trying to avenge a Patriot League loss for the third time this season to a different team. First Valley, second Sterling. The pitch. Changeup is low. 3-1. With Gutierrez on deck. The stretch. 3-1. Swung on and grounded towards right field. A diving attempt by the second baseman picks it up and no throw, as Jones was able to get to the ball, but that'll be a base hit. As Jones was on the ground when he came up with that. And Mikey Gutierrez, who struck out his first time up, is at the plate. The Speed Diggers have 8 hits already in the game. In this inning, they've got 3. Looking back is Spence, the pitch. And that changeup is a strike at the knees. No balls and 1 strike to Mikey G. Spence looking in for the sign. And the 0-1 offering up and away. Again with the off speed. Count is level at 1-1. Brush scored 15 runs yesterday, but against a much more inferior Platte Valley team. This is actually more impressive what they're doing today against University. There have been no walks in this game. Throw back to second, back in standing is Guzman. Medina, the shortstop, went over to cover. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 in, 2 on. 5-0 Brush in the bottom of the third inning over these University Bulldogs. Spence gets the sign. And the pitch. Up and away. Took something off it. When you're shopping for new appliances, shop the best appliance store in Fort Morgan, B&B Appliance, with a full and complete line of Whirlpool appliances that'll help you find your perfect fit. B&B Appliance in downtown Fort Morgan. 2-1 with 1 down. And the offering. And that changeup is down and away. Now you wonder if this could be Spence's last batter. He has thrown 74 pitches through 2 1/3 innings. But now down to Gutierrez at 3-1 with Grayson Simmons on deck. That would be a lefty-lefty matchup, though. And the 3-1 pitch, and that's inside with a fastball, and the bases are loaded. That's the first walk issued by Spence. And here is Simmons, who grounded into that fielder's choice. We're going to have some activity in the University bullpen down the right field line. The Speed Diggers can actually blow it open right now. How sweet would that be for Brush? Out of the windup with the bases loaded and 1 out. The infield playing in at the corners. Double play depth in the middle. The pitch swung on and fouled off to the left. Simmons has been stuck on those 18 RBIs. And with the bases loaded on what, I think 2 or 3 occasions this year, he's cleared the bases. He really killed Valley this year. Breaking ball swung on and grounded sharply to short. Medina to second for 1. Back to first, and that's going to be late. A run scores. Crossing home plate is Guzman. And give the G-Man the RBI. And the Speed Diggers now lead 6-0. 3 runs across in the bottom of the third inning. Here's B.J. Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld is 1 for 2. A step off there. That was hit very sharply by Simmons. Nice play there. And the pitch in the dirt, blocked by Hawley on the changeup. Count is sitting at 1 ball and no strikes. The stretch with runners at the corners. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled back on a ball that got up in the zone. And BJ just missed it. 1-1. Again, we'll have more Beet Digger baseball coming up tomorrow. Wish it could be like this more often. All these games. Of course, it does tax up the pitching staff a little bit. 1-1 pitch. And that is up and away on the sidearm changeup. Pitch number 80 thrown by Spence. Ball 2, strike 1. Walter at third, Simmons at first. Hawley lays down the sign. Hirschfeld awaits. And the 2-1. Swung on, driven in the air into deep left center field. That is way back there. It is gone! A 3-run homer for B.J. Hirschfeld. The 4th round tripper of the game by a Beet Digger. And the Beet Diggers lead 9-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Holy mahungus. Wow. And here's Zane foul. I'm sure Coach Fergus is asking, where was this offense on Monday? And we might have a pitching change. There was activity down the right field bullpen. And the Beet Diggers, incredibly enough, could make this an abbreviated game. Can you imagine they win this game in 4.5? I mean, nobody saw that coming. Nobody. I know Brush has been very good at home this year. But still. And we'll take a 90-second break, back in 90. In the bottom of the 3rd inning. Brush 9, University nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Noah Trujillo is the new pitcher, a right-hander for University. The Beet Diggers have 6 across with 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and they lead University 9-0. Looks like Jake Spence is going into right field. So he will stay in the game. Just past the top of the hour, this is 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Ray, and on the World Wide Web at KSIR.com. Foul is 0 for 2. He grounded out and lined out. Close the book on Spence. All the runs were earned, and the Beet Diggers really did earn them. Wine in the pitch, and the fastball right inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Brush plays like this. This is a team that could definitely go deep in the postseason. Much better than they did yesterday. Game is still not over, though. Swung on, popped up, and that one is headed out of play. And the count is at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul waiting the pitch. And here it is. Swung on, drilled down the left field line. That one is trouble. It's fair, and it's fair into the corner, but cut off over there by Spencer Wilcox. And the Beet Diggers continue to pound the baseball. Brush in the game now has 10 base hits. And here's Peterson, who's homered and struck out. This is the 10th hitter of the inning. Peterson began the inning with the K. So he doesn't want to commit 2 outs in the frame. The pitch swung on, lined, and caught by the leaping third baseman Baszler. Hit sharply by Peterson, but he was robbed of a base hit. However, the Beet Diggers put together a huge inning. They score 6 runs. They get a 3-run homer from B.J. Hirschfeld, a solo shot from Kyle Rosenbrock. They had 6 hits, no errors, and a man left. Let's head to the top of the fourth inning. It's Brush 9, University nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. It is Brush 9, University nothing as we head to the top of the fourth inning. And what a job done by Rosenbrock with the 2 solo homers and the 4 strikeouts. He's not the only one. A solid effort all around. Now the Beatniggers want to do something they didn't do yesterday, which is finish. They've started off extremely well. Now they want to duplicate that here on the defensive side as well. And the hitter will be Spencer Wilcox. Right-handed hitter. Struck out swinging his first time. The pitch swung on, drilled to deep left field. That one might go, and that is a home run. No doubt about it for Wilcox. On a line drive, and University is on the board. On the first pitch of the top of the fourth inning, Brush 9, University 1. And yeah, simply a fastball right out over the middle of the plate. No doubt that Kyle just missed location there. Well, here is the left-handed hitting Spence, who's now in right field. Winding the pitch. Fastball is down and away. Yeah, it was going to be tough to shut down this team completely. Way too talented. And the 1-0 offering. Fastball is inside. Well, they're thinking just chip away. Chip away. That's why the Beatniggers got to hold him at bay right now. And keep this at a 9-1 game in the top of the fourth inning. Rosenbrock ready. 2-0 pitch. Fastball is in the dirt. I've seen strange things happen in this sport. Even with Brush's ace on the hill, and that wind is kicking up big time. 5 home runs hitting the game. Fastball is a strike on the outside corner. Count moves to 3-1 on Jake Spence. He's the pitcher of record unless University mounts a huge comeback. Swung on line, foul off to the left on a late swing. Count moves to 3-2. Not uncommon for Rosenbrock on a 3-2 to go with a breaking ball or something off speed. And now he steps off. With nobody out in the top of the fourth inning. Spence struck out swinging his first time up. And the 3-2. Changeup is up and away. It's a walk. University has the first 2 on here in the fourth for Bo Holly, who singled to left his first time up. Still lots of baseball to play. That's why the Beatniggers got to keep their foot on the gas pedal. Stretched by Rosenbrock. And the offering. Fastball down the middle for a strike. It is 0-1. You need your vehicle and farm equipment to be in top shape, so make sure you take care of them. At Central Auto Parts, the pitch. And the benders in the dirt. Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. Northeast Colorado's locally owned Hometown Savings and Loan, and Fort Morgan, Sterling, and Brush Equitable Savings and Loan. Swung on, grounded up the middle. Matos Garcia's got it. Flips to second for 1. Back to first on a hop, and that's going to be late. It'll be a fielder's choice, 6-4.
Now batting first baseman, number 20.
And there's 1 down.
Gordon.
Here's down to this Gordon. Gordon hitting from the left side. He lined to the shortstop, Matos Garcia, as part of a double play. The pitch Swung on, grounded to first. B.J. Hirschfeld has it, steps in the bag, throws to second, the tag, and out at second base is Holly. It's a 3-6 double play, and the inning is over. 1 run on a home run from Spencer Wilcox. No errors and nobody left. Let's head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's Brush 9, University 1 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Brush 9, University 1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Enjoying the music out here. A little Smash Mouth. And the Bay Diggers will send up Kyle Rosenbrock, who's done a little bit in this game. He's homered twice on 2 solid shots. Those were against the starting pitcher, Jake Spence. Now he's facing the right-hander, Noah Trujillo. We've had 5 home runs hit in the game. Bay Diggers have 4 of them. Line and pitch. Ball tails inside. 1 ball and no strikes. This is the beginning of a big streak for Rosenbrock. You can sense it. And the offering. Down and away. The Bee Diggers score a couple of runs and then hold University. They'd win this game in 4.5. And they've scored in each of the first 3 frames. 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 6 in the third. And the 2-0. Swung on and fouled to the screen. Oh, he was looking at a third bomb there. Big swing. Ball 2. Strike 1. Corf Continental's your GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick sales and service provider. Pre-owned super centers ready to serve you in Sterling, Yuma, Julesburg, Brush, and Fort Morgan at CorfAutoGroup.com. Swung on, driven into the right center field gap. That will not sail over the fence, but it's headed all the way to the fence. Rosenbrock might get 3 out of this. He's headed to second. Now hold up right there as they got the relay back in. And Rosenbrock is 3 for 3. Man, and he hit that one the other way. Here is baby Maltos Garcia. He grounded out and then hit a long triple his last time up. I like baby hitting in this spot in the order. He can drive in runs. The stretch and the offering. And that fastball off the catcher's glove to the screen. That'll be a wild pitch. And Rosenbrock to third. Looks like Brush is going to score for the 4th consecutive inning. 1 ball and no strikes. Trujillo, the right-hander, out of the windup with a man at third and nobody out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Getting the sign from Hawley. And the pitch. Swung on in, lifted in the air, into left center field for a base hit on the little looper. Here comes Rosenbrock. He will score. And Baby has 2 hits in as many at-bats. He's got an RBI, and Brush now leads University 10-1. And here's Nico's got a couple of hits in the game. And he's driven in a run. Man, this might be the best game the Bee Diggers have played all season. Doing everything right. Nico at 2 for 2. Swung on, driven deep to center field, going way back towards the track, and it's over the head of Carson Cox around second, and going to third is Maltos Garcia. He's headed to the plate. Guzman to third, and he's going to be in there standing. It's an RBI triple for Nico Guzman, and Brush now leads 11-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. And he got all of that baseball without a doubt. There's Brandon Walter. Walter hit by a pitch and singled. Righty against lefty. Wind and pitch. Up and away. Took something off it. 1 ball and no strikes. An outstanding performance by the Bee Diggers. Infield is playing in. And the offering. Swing and a miss way out in front of that all-speed pitch. Count moves to 1-1. Wind and pitch, and that is outside to Brandon Walter. Two and one. And the offering. Swing and a miss. Same swing he took the first time, and he missed it again. Got to sit back a little bit. Way out in front. Way out in front. Trujillo gets the sign. And the offering. Swung on and fouled off the end of the bat. Yeah, he's pulling off that pitch. He's got to get almost either closer to the plate or step the other way. Really pulling off that pitch. It remains at 2-2. The Bee Diggers are up by 10 in the bottom of the fourth inning. Wide and offering, and that is a called strike 3 on the inside corner. And there's one down.
Now batting third baseman, number 16.
Here's Mikey Gutierrez. Gutierrez has struck out and walked. Line by Trujillo, the pitch. Swinging a foul to the screen. No balls and one strike. Yeah, leading by 10 is nice, but you can create more of a cushion leading by 11. That way you can allow a run and still win in 4.5. The pitch, and that little knuckleball is in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike to the senior third baseman, Mikey Gutierrez. At third is Guzman out of the windup with 1 down to the fourth is Trujillo. And the offering. Swing and a miss. Took a big swing at a fastball. It's 1-2. On deck, you got the G-Man up there. But hopefully he'll be up there with Gutierrez at least at first base. And the 1-2, up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 in the first, or 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 6 in the third, and 2 in the fourth so far for the Bee Diggers. Ollie lays down the sign. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and popped up down the right field line. A long run for Spence. He's going way back, and he's going to make the catch just shy of the fence. Scoring will be Guzman. It's a sac fly, a long fly ball. Let me tell you, Mikey G nearly hit it out of here, and the Bee Diggers have 3 across in the bottom of the fourth inning and lead 12-1. He gave that a much longer ride than it looked off the bat. And that is some power there. Here is Simmons. Hit into 2 fielders' choices, driven in a run. 0 for 2. A changeup for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. On the G-Man. Wind and pitch. Swung on, tap foul up the first base side. Count is a no balls and 2 strikes to the senior left fielder Grayson Simmons. The Bee Diggers hold a 12-1 lead. Wow. What dominance against a very good University team. Swung on and grounded to second. Shones has got it. Throws to first, and that'll be the inning. And the Bee Diggers are retired in the fourth, but not before scoring 3 runs. And the Bee Diggers do it on 3 hits, no errors, and the bases were left empty. We head to the 5th inning. It's Brush 12, University 1. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bee Diggers lead the University Bulldogs by a score of 12-1. Going into the top of the 5th inning, it'll be Noah Trujillo batting for the Bulldogs. Followed by Paul Medina and Carson Cox against the right-hander Kyle Rosenbrock, who's had an incredible game with great performance on the mound. The fastball's a strike. 2 solo homers and a triple Scored 3 times. There's the wind, the 0-1. Swag and a miss. With a fastball right by him. It is 0-2 to Trujillo. Rosenbrock has thrown just 50 pitches in the game. The offering. And in the dirt, he swings at it. Peterson's going to have to pick it up and throw him out, and he does. And there's one down. That's strikeout number 5 for Kyle Rosenbrock.
Shortstop, number 2, Paul Medina.
And there's one down here in the 5th inning. That'll bring up the 9-hitter Paul Medina, who singled off the upper body of baby Matos Garcia. And that came in the 2nd inning. Or the 3rd inning. Fastball, a strike down the middle. It's 0-1. Rosenbrock is not messing around, knowing that he's 2 outs away from victory. The Bee Diggers can allow a run or less. And the pitch. Breaking ball is in the dirt. The count is at 1-1. Yeah, I would say if Bee Diggers win it right here, this is the best game they played all season. Top-notch team, and you're taking it to them. The offering, swinging a foul. Boy, that went off of Peterson. Got a good chunk of the Bee Digger catcher. It's 1-2. Ackley Building Center, your one-stop center for flooring, paint, tools, appliances, and more. 1402 Mill Street in Brush. 1-2 pitch. The bender is in the dirt. Ball 2, strike 2. Here in the top half of the 5th inning. Peterson lays down the sign. The wind and the 2-2. Changeup is up and in. 3-2. Remember, just a couple of runs for University will extend the game. So all they're looking at right now is just to stretch out this game as much as possible. 3-2 pitch, and he bounced it in there with a fastball. Second walk issued by Rosenbrock. Here's Carson Cox, who's reached on an error and struck out looking. 12 runs on 13 hits, 1 error and 3 left on base for Brush. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. 3 LOBs for University. Medina with a 2-step lead. The stretch by Rosenbrock. Pitch to Cox. Fastball down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Rosenbrock looks in. And the offering swung on and lifted foul and out of play off to the right. The count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike. Stop, shop, and save at the Brush Grocery Cart. You can also pay your public service bill and access Western Union. Get those snacks for game time enjoyment. 1302 West Edison Street in Brush Grocery Cart. The pitch and the bender is in the dirt. Curveball not working now for Rosenbrock in this inning with these last couple of hitters. 2-1. But he doesn't want to give in with a fastball. Their lone run was a home run by Spencer Wilcox 1 inning ago. Pitch. Fastball is low. All of a sudden, Kyle losing a little bit of control on the hill. And watch out, because the heart of the order is behind Cox. 3 balls and 1 strike. The Bee Diggers lead University in the top of the 5th inning, 12-1. 3-1 pitch. Fastball right down the middle for a strike. 3-2. Cox was taking all the way with his team down by 11. Medina with a short lead at first. And he goes. Nope. Swung on and fouled at the plate. Barely got a piece of the baseball. Medina was bluffing. Remains at 3-2. Rosenbrock was a relief pitcher in his freshman year and has been a starter each of the last 3 years. And a starter and shortstop for 4 years. 3-2 pitch, and he bounced that one in there. 3rd walk issued by Rosenbrock, the 2nd in a row. And Ryan Shones has hit the ball hard twice, but he's lined out and grounded out. And he will now bat against Kyle Rosenbrock. He was at 50 pitches moments ago. Now he's at 64. University just looking for one big hit to send the game into the bottom of the fifth inning. Stretch by Kyle. And the pitch. And the changeup is a strike on the outer half. Nice way to start off Shones. It's 0-1. Medina off of second. Cox at first. Rosenbrock has 5 strikeouts in the game. The offering. Swung on and fouled to the backstop. Oh, now he gets ahead of the hitter for the second time in this inning. The first one, Trujillo, and at a breaking ball that was in the dirt. First base is occupied, so if you throw something that Schoen swings at, even if Peterson doesn't catch it, it's an automatic out. No balls and 2 strikes. And Rosenbrock delivers. Change up in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. With 1 out in the top of the fifth inning. The stretch. And the offering. Swung on, line up the middle for a base hit into center field. Medina around third. Guzman picks up the ball, but now going to third is Cox. It's an RBI for Ryan Shones. University to within 10. It's 12-2. That's why you can't walk hitters. That's the bugaboo, walking the hitters. And now all they need to do is score the man from third, and the game will go into the bottom of the fifth inning. And Brevin Basler singled and grounded out. The pitch and the breaking ball. Well, it dropped in beautifully, but it called a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Stretched by Rosenbrock. And the pitch. Curveball. Drops in for a strike. Looked like the same exact location, but got the call that time. And the count is even at 1-1. And the offering. Fastball down and away. Delayed steal. 2 balls and 1 strike. To Basler, the stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and a ball diving in the zone. And it is 2-2. Well, let's see. Maybe he can punch him out here. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, lifted into deep right center field. I don't think anybody's going to get to that one, and that ball is off the bottom of the fence. 2 runs are going to score. Here's Cox and Shones. It's a 2-run double for Brevin Basler. And it's now 12-4 in favor of Brush, as that ball was tattooed. We'll have a visit to the hill. Yeah, that was a no-doubter in terms of being a base hit. That'll bring up Spencer Wilcox, who struck out and homered. Yeah, now you gotta think about this as still being a game if you're Brush. Something that is undecided at this point. Bead Diggers were 2 outs away with nobody on. But a couple of walks and a couple of hits have extended this game for University. Yeah, their goal is to get this to perhaps 7 innings. Wilcox officially at 1 for 2. And the pitch is in there for a strike. Took something off it. After that visit to the hill, it's 0-1. Rosenbrock ready. The stretch. Basler takes the lead. The pitch in the dirt. Blocked by Peterson. Count is at 1-1. It's a very dangerous part of the lineup here for University. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, 3 in. The pitch, fastball, a strike on the outer half of the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rosenbrock looks in. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Now apparently safe, and then the throw to first is scooped out there by Hirschfeld. And there's 2 down as Wilcox strikes out for the second time of the game. And here's Jake Spence. A righty against lefty. And the pitch. Fastball is a strike. Belt high in the inner half. And it's 0-1. Spence in the game. The pitch. Swung on and lifted down the right field side into foul territory. The first baseman Hirschfeld backs up and makes the catch. And now Spence, as a result, is now 0 for 2. However, University extends the game. They scored 3 runs on a couple of hits. No errors and a man left. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Brush 12, University 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Well, the Bee Diggers can score a couple of runs in this inning. They would officially end the game because they lead by a score of 12-4 after University put up a 3-spot in the top half of the 5th inning. And now in the bottom of the half, or how about bottom half, it's B.J. Hirschfeld, who was a 3-run homer in the game, stepping in for Brush against Noah Trujillo. Again, you can save Rosenbrock's arm as well. Wind and pitch, down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Brush has brought the bats today. The wind by Trujillo and the 1-0. And the changeup is a little bit low. 2-0. Top of the order here for the Bee Diggers in the 5th inning. And the offering. And he swings and hits it in the air to shallow right field. That one might drop. Coming in is Spence, and it drops for a base hit right in front of Jake Spence. And the Bee Diggers once again have the leadoff man on. That's 3 hits in the game for the second straight game for B.J. Hirschfeld. Is he a good leadoff hitter or what? And he was in that 8 spot for a long time. Here's Rene Cardenas hitting for Zane Fowl. Well, if somebody can hit a 2-run homer, the game would be over. Fort Morgan about to wrap up the Colorado 7 league title on B106 and B106.com. They lead Elizabeth 7-1. Bee Diggers are not going to win the Patriot League title, fighting for second place as are other teams. Eaton has dominated the Patriot League here for a long time, since its inception. The pitch down the middle for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Rene Cardenas. Off of first is Hirschfeld. And the offering runner goes. Swung on, grounded right side for a base hit into right field. Excellent hit and run, but it was hit so hard, and Spence was playing so shallow that Hirschfeld had to hold up at second. Nice job by Rene. Here's Petey. He might want to go home. 15 hits for Brush, because Petey has a home run. Struck out and lined out. He's 1 for 3. And he can end the game for the Bee Diggers by driving in a couple. With a 12-4 lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch. And he takes it for a ball just below the knees. 1 ball and no strikes to Alec Peterson. Looking back is Trujillo. And the offering outside. Throw back to first. And the ball goes into right field underneath the glove of Gordon. Around third is Hirschfeld, and he's going to score. Cardenas to second. And the Bee Diggers now lead 13-4. Looked like the throw was there. Give the air to the first baseman, Gordon. And now just a base hit will end the game. Yeah, there's no way you can allow University here to bat in the top of the sixth inning. You got man at second. And nobody out. The stretch. Be appropriate. A home run would end the game way outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Well, he might be taking all the way. Petey awaiting the pitch. On the 3-0. And here it is. In the dirt. So Peterson walks. And here is Kyle Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock in the game has been incredible. Hard to believe that he was 0 for 4 yesterday. Because in this game, he's got a couple of solo homers and a double as well. Stretch and pitch. Inside with a changeup. It's 1-0. To Rosenbrock. At second is Cardenas. Peterson at first. If Cardenas scores, that would end the contest. 1-0 pitch. Swung on tap foul behind the plate. It's 1-1. And University's only committed 1 error, and that was on that last play. It's not like the Beat Diggers like yesterday when they took advantage of 7 errors. Today they've really earned it with 4 home runs. 2 by Rosenbrock, 1 by Peterson, and a 3-run shot by Hirschfeld. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, tap foul up the third base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. If Kyle can't get him home, Matos Garcia right behind him, but with the game Rosenbrock's having, it would be fitting if he ended it right now with a 3-run homer or something in the gap. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, driven, foul up the left side. That ball was up in the zone on the inside half, and Rosenbrock got all of it but pulled it. Stays at 1-2. The runners take their leads with nobody out. The stretch and the pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the right. Remains at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, no outs, 2 on. The Beat Diggers have scored in every inning this afternoon. And the pitch, fastball down and away. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East in Fort Morgan will fit you into the car truck of your choice, serving all of Northeast Colorado. Ehrlich Toyota East. Ball 2, strike 2 on Rosenbrock. Trujillo, the right-hander, delivers. In the dirt, scooped out by Holly. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Peterson at first walked. Cardenas at second, singled. And the 3-2 throw back to second, back in diving is Rene. So we'll see a 3-2 pitch coming up momentarily from Trujillo to the red-hot Kyle Rosenbrock. Trujillo stretches. And the offering. Swung on, tapped foul up the third base side, and a ball tailing away from the right-handed hitter. Stays at 3-2. Trujillo's thrown 42 pitches since coming into the game in the third inning for Jake Spence. Rosenbrock now steps out as Trujillo steps off. The stretch. 3-2. And the ball went behind him. Tried to throw a changeup and changed his entire motion. Kyle walks. Here's Arnoldo Matos Garcia, who has tripled and singled in his last 2 at-bats. The infield's got to play in. They got no choice. anything. A wild pitch, a walk will end the game and give Brush a 14-4 victory. Wine and Offering. Swung on, driven deep into right center field. Way back is Spence. It's over his head. That is going to be the game. As Cardenas will score. That's the only run the Bee Diggers need. And they win the game over the University Bulldogs as Baby delivers his third consecutive hit. Brush 14, University 4. Let's take a 2-minute break. We're back in 2 minutes on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bee Diggers pick up the victory over the University Bulldogs by a score of 14-4 in only 5 innings. The Bee Digger post-game show is brought to you by Mr. D's Ace Farm and Home Center in Sterling Brush and Fort Morgan, your farm and ranch headquarters. For all your farm and ranch supplies, they carry feed for all your animals and pets. Mr. D's Ace Farm and Home Center. The Bee Diggers pick up 14 runs on 16 hits. 1 error and 6 men left. 4 runs on 6 hits. 1 error and 4 men left for University. The winning pitcher was Kyle Rosenbrock. He struck out 6. And the loss went to Jake Spence. Time of the game, 1 hour and 41 minutes. And the Bee Diggers didn't waste much time. In the top of the first inning, Alec Peterson, with 2 down, was able to stroke a long home run for a 1-0 lead. Moments later, about 4 pitches later, Kyle Rosenbrock went deep. It was 2-0. And then the Bee Diggers in the second inning extended it on B.J. Hirschfeld's RBI single. In fact, that was the only inning Brush scored just 1 run. It was 3-0. In the third, Rosenbrock homered again. Nico Guzman with an RBI single. Grayson Simmons drove in a run on a fielder's choice as part of a 6-run inning. B.J. Hirschfeld capped it off with a 3-run homer. Bee Diggers led 9-0. Spencer Wilcox got University on the board in the fourth with a solo home run, making it 9-1. Then in the fifth, Matos with one of his 3 hits, an RBI single, made it 10-1, followed by Guzman's RBI triple and Mikey Gutierrez's sac fly. It was 12-1. University, though, extended the game on Ryan Jones's RBI single and a 2-run double from Brevin Baszler. But in the bottom of the 5th inning, B.J. Hirschfeld singled and scored on an error. Matos Garcia ended the game with a bases-loaded single as University did not get one single Bee Digger out. In the bottom of the 5th inning, the Bee Diggers win 14-4, 8-3 in Patriot League play, 11-3 overall. 10-4 is now University's record, and they are 6-3 in league play. Bee Diggers are back in action coming up tomorrow, 4 o'clock on 1010, as well as KSIR.com. They'll entertain the Platte Valley Broncos. We'll have the Rockies and Padres coming up at the top of the hour. Of Rockies on deck coming up at 6:05 with first pitch at 6:40. And that'll be the third of a 4-game set. James Shields pitches for San Diego and Kyle Kendrick for the Rockies. Outstanding job by our sound engineer and producer, Michaela Klimper, who's off to dinner. I'm John Beltran with a final score in 5 innings from Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. The Bee Diggers 14, University 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.